Hello, Cooper here. There's nothing quite as aggravating and as stressful as election season. With all the information coming around at you, sometimes it can be hard to really discern. Boom! Enough with that nerd talk, nerd! Dank Bro 421 here, and I'm here to make this loser talk awesome. Now, today we're going to be talking about the importance of attack ads in politics. Oh my god, this guy is a nerd. I'm going to do you guys one better. You deserve better than this. And I'm going to talk about all this stuff that this loser was talking about. And on top of it, I'm going to throw in some dank memes. So, judging on how to vote in an election, you got to wade through a lot of information about the candidates. While positive advertisements show hope and unity and all that good stuff, generally speaking, they don't go much further than I'm for this issue or I'm not for this issue. And while we all might despise them, negative ads and attack ads usually have a bit more substance to them, like bringing up past voting records or conflicting policy stances. Even attack ads on personal character can be relevant on judging whether or not someone is fit for office. But nowadays, everyone is commenting on how negative the election cycles are. The 2016 election was hailed as the most negative election in modern history, which I'm sure there's not a whole lot of people who would disagree. But we've also been saying literally the same thing for like the last 6 elections. So the whole statement kind of loses some of its power. It's easy to think that things are always getting worse, but the truth of the matter is that this stuff has been happening for a really long time. In the 1800 election, Thomas Jefferson's campaign said that John Adams had a hermaphroditical character which has neither the force and firmness of a man nor the gentleness and sensibility of a woman. Adams' camp called Jefferson a mean-spirited, low-lived fellow, the son of a half-breed Indian squaw, sired by a Virginia mulatto father. Keep in mind, this election was between the sitting president and the sitting vice president. In 1828, President John Quincy Adams' campaign called challenger Andrew Jackson a murderer, which, I mean, yeah, he was kind of a jerk, an adulterer, and a cannibal. Jackson responded by insinuating that Adams the sequel was a pimp who tricked out American women to the Russian Tsar. And, in a surprising twist, Jackson's own wife responded to the mudslinging of both parties by dying from a heart attack. Bold move. In public elections, it's not enough to show that you're the right person for the job. Anyone should be able to talk up their own abilities and fitness for the particular office they seek to serve. But attack ads help inform voters to know the shortcomings and inconsistencies of a candidate. There's nothing that's both a work of art and a piece of shit more than a well-crafted attack ad. Take an angry, stupid-looking face, put some quotes out of context, and boom! You got yourself some spicy controversy. The attack ad is paradoxical, because people will hate you for using an attack. But if you don't attack back, you look weak. Quick top 1 list of top guys who top the attack ad top list top. At number 1, we got the Donald. The D-Man knows how to capitalize on attacks. For starters, he has a very popular Twitter account that often was reported on the news due to the outrageous content of his tweets. With all of the free coverage of his tweets, he could attack viciously, cheaply, and often. It doesn't matter how truthful or accurate a tweet may be, because by the time the first tweet had been analyzed, 3 more had been put out. It's estimated that the coverage of his tweets was roughly worth $1 billion worth of airtime. Hillary Clinton tried to gain popularity by taking the high road over Trump's attacks, with a popular campaign slogan of "Love Trump's Hate." Mentioning your opponent by name as part of your campaign slogan is a pretty stupid idea. However, Trump was already able to paint the picture of an out-of-touch career politician who doesn't care for the average American.
Crooked Hillary!
This was cemented in the minds of Americans after Hillary's basket of deplorables gaffe and the reopening of an FBI investigation weeks before the election. We had an anomaly this last election cycle. Not with the most unpopular candidates in history, not with the popular vote winner losing the election, but with the memes, baby! Stupid. Memes played a bigger role than ever in this election. While memes and elections can be traced back as early as the We Like Ike campaign of 1952, the effect and virality was more prevalent than ever, with such dank memes such as Ted Cruz, the Zodiac Killer, Big Hands Trump, and Hillary Clinton doing that sweet, sweet dab to gank that youth vote. Memes were essentially free advertisements on the candidate's behalf, and the more remixable the meme was, the longer its shelf life. Trump and his supporters had some heavy hitters with Build That Wall, Hillary for Prison, 2016, and Make America Great Again. Hillary countered with I don't know, fainting walking out to her car. And this is the point here. While multiple memes associated with Trump jumped to the forefront of your brain immediately, Hillary wasn't able to match up with that. Not to say that there weren't memes taking Trump to task, but Hillary wasn't an integral part of the creation or the participation of them. On the other hand, to show how effective embracing memes can be in politics, let's take a look at Hillary's primary opponent, Bernie Sanders. This dude was throwing memes out of his pockets at his insanely huge rallies, like, feel the burn, bam, crazy hair grandpa that runs around everywhere, bingo, Bernie Sanders. The Bernie memes are significant because with his movement, he pulled the entire Democratic Party to the left. Whereas in 2012, universal health care, a living wage, and free public college would have all been pipe dreams mocked by most politicians. Today, those views have almost become the standard of the Democratic Party. This was able to happen because A, Sanders' attack ads focused on issues, which made people more aware of his stances and weren't as angering to the public as personal attacks. And B, people were so willing to spread and recreate his ideas through memes. If Trump is everything we hate in an attack ad, Sanders is everything we look for in an attack ad. A focus on the issues and track records of a candidate, not gross accusations or flagrant boasts thrown back and forth. When people say they're tired of attack ads, I think they're tired of the current form of attack ads. Framing one another as monster-like caricatures will destroy everything if given power. People want more information and substance. They want to know if a candidate has a record of doing what they propose, or if they've shown that they can't be trusted. With the widespread influence of memes, it is easier than ever to attack someone, but it's up to the maker of the meme as to what the message is. Create the meme you want to consume in the world. Staying informed in an election is a very important thing. Attack ads help us stay informed about candidates, and memes are being used more and more to create shorthand attacks from one candidate against another. As long as we want to participate in an election, we have to understand that attacks have their use. And while we may not like them, we need them to help us tell who a candidate truly is. I don't really know how to end this. Ha ha!